Hey besties, it's Rosie. I am picking up on a collective of individuals who are extremely powerful transmuters. Transmuting means that you are able to alchemize energy. You are able to take one energy and turn it into something else. And I am speaking to a collective here who is extremely good at that. Bestie, I'm seeing that your life has been marked by this pattern of you being thrust into situations and having to act as almost like this filtering agent to clean them. You're like the washing machine that people have been using to launder a very persistent stain in your lineage. This could be different for everyone, what it is. But I'm seeing that you might have been doing this for so long that you don't know that there's another way. You might have gotten so good at taking dense emotions like pain, fear, isolation, abandonment, and transmuting them into hope, prosperity, togetherness, acceptance, that you're kind of on autopilot. You might be unknowingly entering situations that will require you to do this transmutation process for you to even safely be able to exist there. You might be drawn on a soul level to very dense pockets of energy because they need this washing machine to wash and lighten that energy that is there. But bestie, the message I'm picking up on is that it's important for you to understand that even though you have this ability and you might be very good at doing that, you have a choice. You don't have to continue putting yourselves in these dank pockets of energy to transmute them. You also can take those energies and create from a place that is a lot easier to transmute into something positive. So there will always be an abundance of denser energies like that to transmute, but that isn't the only energy that you can use. There are joyful energies available to you now. You can tap into higher frequencies, which are like a pure source of creation. If you're tapping into pure joy, pure childlike wonder, pure creative force, those are just as powerful sources of fuel for your transmutation and energy work. So I don't know if you have experience using those, but if not, I certainly encourage you to try. Do it intentionally and see how much easier the process is. I used to do a lot of exorcisms, and it's something that I don't really enjoy doing, so I try not to unless there is someone like in dire need of it. But an entity that I would commonly remove from people was called a grief eater. And these are entities that feed on the suffering of other people, and they will create situations in people's lives to ensure that they always remain in this state of suffering because that entity uses that as a food source. Bestie, you don't have to be a grief eater. You don't have to continue surrounding yourselves with people who, in order for you to even be around them, you have to clean their energy, because otherwise it would be so painful for you to even be in their presence because their frequency is so largely removed from your own. So I just want to bring awareness to the fact that it is optional, that just because you have this ability, it does not mean that you have to use it. It doesn't mean that you have to keep putting yourself in those situations when you have graduated to this place where there are pure, already refined energies available to you to create with. You don't have to keep munching on this dirty energy. Spirit, do you have any closing remarks for this collective? Yeah, bestie. Spirit is bringing this up because you're in this 3 of Wands energy. Like your ships are waiting in the harbor. Those energies that would be so much easier to create your desired reality with are there. They're right in front of you. All you have to do is reach out and take them. But Spirit is kind of waiting on you to see if you're going to. Are you going to reach out and take the good things that I'm offering you? Or are you going to continue sifting through the mud, digging through the trash for these other energies that take way more energy to transmute into something that you can even use? Last card is potential. Bestie, while the ability to recognize the potential of something or someone is a beautiful gift, you don't have to sit around and wait for that potential to be realized. You don't have to take on the responsibility of ushering and guiding this thing to reach its pure potential. You've already reached yours. That's not your job to do anymore. You can if you want to, but the things that you've been asking Spirit for, they're right there. Your 10 of Pentacles, your 10 of Cups is right there. All the ingredients to make all the things that you want are right there. This is like the equivalent of asking Spirit for cake. Very rarely will Spirit deliver a fully baked, fully formed cake to you. More often than not, they will give you the ingredients because they want you to practice and become a master at making cake, so you can have it anytime you want. Rather than them having to just deliver a fully baked cake to your doorstep, they will give you an opportunity to master the art of making cake so you can have it whenever you want. In this instance, you have asked Spirit for a cake and they have delivered all the ingredients to your doorstep. All you have to do is put them together. But from the mode of operation that you've been on, you're like, well, yeah, there's flour right here, but over here there's wheat. And if I planted this wheat and I waited an entire year for the crop to come to fruition, and then I cut the wheat and then I took it to the mill and I milled it into flour, then I would have flour. And Spirit's like, yeah, you would. But you've already mastered making flour, so I just gave it to you. You don't have to make the flour every single time you want to make cake. You said you wanted to make cake. You didn't say you wanted to make flour. So if you want to make flour, that's a very different process. But if you want to make cake, here's the flour. Start making the cake. Don't get hung up, bestie, on making the flour. You've already mastered it. You've already proven you're good at it. Take the ingredients,